This is the North West Training Development Team and Pathways Coronavirus Update. Today's update shares information about the new restrictions that will apply at Tier 3 once the national lockdown has been lifted. The government has announced that from this Wednesday, the 2nd of December, the national restrictions that have been in place across the whole of the country will be replaced with a tiered system. Areas in England will all be placed in tiers 1, 2 or 3, medium, high or very high alert levels, depending on the number of cases of coronavirus each area is experiencing. Across all areas, shops, leisure facilities, personal care services and public buildings can be open. People can go to work if they cannot work from home, and people can go to school, college or university. Restrictions on activities and businesses opening and meeting people is different in each tier. Today we will look at the restrictions in place at Tier 3. This is the very high alert level. In the northwest, the areas in Tier 3 are Blackburn with Darwen, Blackpool, the whole of Greater Manchester and the whole of Lancashire. At Tier 3, the restrictions for meeting people mean that we must not meet socially, indoors or in most outdoor spaces, including our gardens or in pub gardens, with people we don't live with or share a support or childcare bubble with. We can meet up in groups of up to 6 people in certain public outdoor spaces. These include public parks, beaches and public gardens. If we do this, we must keep our social distance. There are some exceptions to the restrictions on meeting up with people. For example, if you need to meet up with someone to provide or receive support. At Tier 3, there are some places that must stay closed. These include bars, pubs and restaurants, except where they are providing takeaway or delivery services. Hotels, guest houses, B&Bs and campsites, except for where someone is living there or needs to use them for work, and entertainment places like casinos, bingo halls, cinemas, theatres and concert halls. Gyms and leisure centres can stay open, but group exercise classes and activities should not go ahead. There are exceptions which mean that sports for disabled people and young people under 18 can go ahead. People will not be able to go to watch live sporting events in Tier 3 areas. Places of worship are still open in Tier 3 areas, but we must not socialise with anyone we don't live with or who isn't in our support bubble while we are there. Weddings and funerals can still go ahead, but there are restrictions on the number of people who can attend. On Wednesday, the 2nd of December, the national restrictions are being replaced with a tiered system of restrictions across England. Lots of areas in the northwest are in Tier 3. There are still extra restrictions on meeting people, and some places will have to stay closed.